Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Sherry. In today's video, I'm gonna teach you how to cook the frozen dumplings that you get from the supermarket or the farmer's market. There are several different ways of cooking it. Well, if you cook it differently, you will get different kinds of food, like pot stickers and wonton soup. The first way I'm going to introduce about how to cook the frozen dumpling is to boil them. That's actually the easiest way to make the frozen dumplings. You just need to boil the water, then put the dumplings in. After a few minutes, fish them out. You're done. When you boil the water, you can turn the fire onto the high heat, so that you can boil the water in the shortest time. Put in the dumplings when the water is fully boiled. So just give it several minutes and wait a second, be a little bit patient. We will come back in a little bit. As you can see, a key point of boiling the dumplings is that you don't defrost them. They are all frozen, nice and hard, so that when you put them in, they don't change the shape. Now the water is almost fully boiled. We can still see the little bubbles. So when the little bubbles turn into the big bubbles, that's when the water is boiled. This time I'm gonna put in around 10 pieces to see how it goes. 1. So the water now is fully boiled, so we just put it in. You can put it in one at a time or together. That's 5. It's totally up to you. Now you can see the dumplings are thick to the bottom. It is very important to use any kind of spoon to stir it a little bit so that they don't stick to the bottom. And keep the fire on high heat. Give it a couple more minutes, maybe 5 minutes, and we will see how it goes after 5 minutes. See, that's after about 2 minutes. So now you can see the dumplings are gradually floating to the top, right? Pretty much after they all float to the top, you can just fish them out. You're done. But for the frozen dumplings, a good thing to keep in mind is that you really want to add another cup of water, cold water, in it to let it boil one more time. It's the time to fish them out. Usually when we boil the dumplings, we will prepare such kind of spoon. But if you only have this kind of spoon, just to get rid of the water, it's fine. So we will use this kind of spoon. It's very easy. You just fish them out, put them in a ball, maybe 1 or 2 at a time. You are all set. That's how you boil the dumplings. Very easy, right? You need the pot. You need something to lift it up so that your dumplings or balls or whatever don't touch the water. See? You don't touch the water. So any kind of rack like this would work. You just put it right in there. And for dumplings, you can put them right on it, or you can use some of the parchment paper to prevent them from sticking to the little thing. This time I'm out of the parchment paper. I can just use the little rack right here, and I will try to tell you how to steam the dumplings from frozen. Now you still turn fire onto the high. While you are heating up the water, you can try to lay out the dumplings on the little rack. You don't really need a bamboo steamer to make the fancy Chinese food. Any kind of steamer would work. If you want, you can steam the dumplings together with some vegetables. Any position would work. Just don't let them touch each other because they are a little bit sticky. Yeah, that's 10 pieces. And we can just put on the lid to wait for about 10 to 15 minutes. We are all set. Now it's a little bit over 10 minutes, a little bit less than 15 minutes. We can open the lid because I can smell the dumplings already and I can see the steam coming out from the, from the side of the lid. So I can open it to check how good it is. Okay. Now we can see the dumplings changed the color and they become a little bit more transparent. The time is over, so we can take them out. The best way to take them out is to use the chopsticks. You just need to work a little bit harder to get it off. It's still okay. And you just need to work a little bit harder to wash your little pot. All right? So be very careful. It's not as juicy as the soup dumplings, but still we can see a lot of juice from the dumplings. I used the chicken and corn dumplings. That's the very juicy one. Just be very careful when you take them off. All right, so that's how you steam the dumplings. The third way to make the dumplings is the most fancy way you probably have heard about. It's the pot stickers. So how do we make the pot stickers? We pan fry the dumplings to make the pot stickers. So pretty much dumplings and pot stickers are the same things. It's just the cooking method is different. There are actually two ways to make the pot stickers. One is easier, one is harder. We will teach you both ways. Now let's talk about the difficult way of making it. That's when you make the pot stickers from frozen. All right, so you first wanna turn the heat onto high. Put in some of the oil to heat up the pan. We usually use like vegetable oil, corn oil, olive oil, however you like. But for the best texture, we use the vegetable oil. You don't need too much of them. Just a little bit. To cover the whole bottom of the pan. Wait for about 1 minute for the oil to heat up. And when you pan fry the dumplings, you don't really want a high heat. Medium heat is really good because you don't want to burn the dumplings. Okay? So now it's around 1 minute. You put the dumplings on, you can put them on whichever side you like, Just put it on one side because one side will be golden brown. All the other side will be still the dumpling color. Another thing to keep in mind is that you really don't want to put them all together like this. You want to separate them a little. Yeah, because they are frozen, they have a little bit water on it. They're making the drizzling sound. You just put them on, separate them. Now, the key point has come. Okay, you don't flip them. You put in the water. You can still hear the drizzling sound. It's fine. You just cover the dumplings a little bit. So you use the cover. That's good to cover the pan. And then wait. At this time, you turn the fire on high because we get water in it, right? Then we can come back in 5 to 6 minutes. Now we can smell a little bit of the dumplings, and it's about 4 to 6 minutes. We can open the lid a little bit. You can see the water and the oil are almost gone. Let's just wait for 1 more minute. You will have the pot stickers. You can open the lid, right? And now we can check on the side one. You see? One side is turned brown, see? And the other side, they turned the color, right? So they are fully cooked. Now, you get your pot stickers. The second way of pan fry the dumplings is much easier. Remember, we have boiled, we have steamed some of the dumplings, right? You just need to use those dumplings and use the regular pan. Just put them back into the pan and pan fry a little bit. You will get the same result. Okay, we heat up the pan, put in some of the oil, heat for about 30 seconds. And then we can put the dumplings in. So those are the dumplings that we made. Now you can just put them into the pan. Now we just, put them still in there. If you want, you can flip it a little bit to, pan fry each side, however you like. Because right now they are pretty stable, so you won't break them, right? And then you can see how they become, right? You can check on the process. Right now you can see a little bit of the fry on some of them. Maybe just wait for 1 more minute. You're all set. Isn't that easier for you? So that's the second way of how to make the pot stickers. So in today's videos, we learned 3 major different ways of how to make the frozen dumplings. Did you learn any of them? Alright, so in next videos, I will teach you guys how to make different dips for the dumplings and pot stickers, as well as how to make the soup for the dumplings. Alright? I will see you guys in next video.